Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. We are Caitlin and Christina. We've been friends for 20 years and have found that the only bit of TV we can agree on is Project Runway.
So we're going to be watching and breaking down our favorite outfits and fashion catastrophes starting from the very beginning. We hope you'll join in and watch along with us. The first season's available on DVD or online, and today we'll be talking about Season 1, Episode 5. What did we do this week, Caitlin?
I have it written down. Hold on. Okay. So it was awkward everywhere.
Did you forget what the theme was already? You just rewatched it.
No, I'm just laughing about how awkward it was all around. So the designer has to work with the client, aka the models, to create a wedding dress of her dreams. They have a $300 budget and 45 minutes of mood, and it's a 2-day challenge. Which, I mean, I enjoy when they have more than one day to do it.
But a wedding dress in 2 days is probably as difficult as the other dresses in a day.
Yeah, my wedding dress took 8 months.
Wow.
From ordering it to arrival was 8 months.
Wow.
So yeah, something. All right. Yeah, like my first note is everything is awkward.
Austin and Wendy aren't friends anymore.
No one's friends anymore. Well, they are towards the end, but
well, yeah, they all go out together and have some chaos. But like Austin and Wendy are like really not friends. Like what happened on stage with them last episode put an end to any friendship they had.
It would end my friendship too. I would end my friendship.
They're pretty upset with each other.
I would be too.
Oh.
All right, so should we start with the models? Who got who?
Sure. We got Audrey is out. And
Bye.
She was 17.
I know, I wrote that down. I'm just a senior in high school. I'm like, Audrey's still in high school? I'm sorry. Not to judge parenting, like other parenting people, but I would never let my child be a model underage.
You know, I could see on some level, but not the high fashion runway kind of model. Like Stephanie did like modeling classes as a kid and all that, and like they let her do it, and she did like headshots. She never got jobs from it.
No, I would never let, like, okay, if you want to do that stuff, do it when you're 18.
It's like the backstage part. It's too creepy.
Yeah, you're naked. You are like, there's so many gross men in the industry. Blech. But anyways. All right, Kevin got Olga.
Which I think he regretted.
Yes. Most people regretted what they picked.
Well, I mean, he regretted Olga, and then Jay really regretted Morgan. The rest seemed okay with who they chose. Nora had some issues with
Melissa. So Carson had Jenny. Robert had Martinique.
There you go. You got it.
I got it right.
First time ever.
I practiced. Jay had Morgason. Is that what
we called her Morganza.
Oh, Morganza. Austin had Julie. Wendy had Joy. Alexandra had Aaron. And Nora had Melissa.
Baby Melissa.
Baby. And so I have like a list of like random notes that I have no idea what they mean. And then I read the better notes.
That's the way I do it every week.
Yeah,
I've got like, really unorganized and then an attempt at order.
Yeah, like basically it was like Jay's instant regret. Fashion 7.
Oh, the second they said the models were in charge, Jay was just like, oh, why did I choose Morgan?
I have what they showed, the ideas, like the models, like what they showed. This is what they said. Morgan wants Carmen Diaz, Charlie Angel's look.
What does that even mean?
I spent maybe 45 minutes trying to find that dress. I couldn't find it. The way she described it and what I saw was
I looked up Charlie's Angels pictures too, and I was like, I don't know what Charlie's Angels dress she's talking about. I don't know what that means.
I found one dress that sort of sounded like what she described, but Cameron Diaz is way too young to be in Charlie's Angels in that picture. So I wasted 45 minutes of my life.
Jay called Morgan's idea for her dress a see-through tank dress for the beach with flip-flops and dirty hair.
Love it. Every girl wishes to look like that on their wedding day.
I mean, he did, jumping ahead, he did get kind of a beach look.
No, it wasn't horrible. We'll get to there, but it wasn't. Erin was super easy. She didn't care, which would have been me in that challenge. I would have been like, this isn't serious. Like, I don't care.
I was surprised by how many models brought their boyfriends along to see their dress.
That's why I said this episode was so awkward.
That was weird that they
so seriously, and it was weird.
All of them being like, this is what I will wear. Like, no, this is just a challenge.
Yeah, you wear it for 20 minutes and then you take it off.
That was the worst 20 minutes of Olga's life.
I know. I wrote that down. Like, girl, you and Morgan should be worried. I'm sorry. Like,
they have to be the hardest to work with at this point. I mean, Morgan, they're both the best, two of the best though. On the runway. You can't wear Muslim because it's itchy. You're a model. That's your job you chose. You are not in intimate danger. You're not having an allergic reaction. You can handle it. She was like devastated. Take it off. Take it off.
Can you take those off? Can you take those off? Like, come on. I mean, I cried at work before, but not like that. Martinique had no clue what she wants. Robert is pushing leather and lace like Britney Spears. She has a song called Leather and Lace on Circus.
Oh, that's right. She does. I didn't think of that.
Of course, I had to make a note of it. I had to.
Oh, Brittany.
Okay, Julie likes silver and gray and leopard. I don't know how she got teal.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
But yeah, she said silver and gray and leopard.
I think it's because the leopard print had the teal on it already. And so he went with that.
It was peacock. It was peacock.
Yeah.
No.
Wendy got Joy. Oh wait, what did Joy say?
Oh wait.
The next one, right?
No, I had Jenny. Oh wait. No, yeah. No.
I must have names written in a different order than you.
Yeah, you're right. And I called Jenny Melissa. Because I don't know why.
Karasan got Jenny. So
yeah, they didn't do any kind of cutscene with them talking about what they wanted to do. They didn't. I meant to say Melissa wants to be a princess. So did I when I was 7. Like, her dress is what I thought of when I was 7 years old.
She told Nora that she had to have roses, and this is the dress she's been imagining since she was a little girl. And Nora's like, aren't you 16? You're still a little girl.
Yeah, but I get it. I was dreaming my dream dress when I was a little kid. But I thought it was funny. Her name is, this is like off topic. Her name is Melissa Rose. And so was Mel Rose from America's Next Top Model. It's their first crossover. Because a ton of models from America's Next Top Model walk the runway in Top Model or in Project Runway later on.
Really?
Yeah. I'll point it out when we get there.
I never watched America's Next Top Model, so I
did religiously. I
remember.
But anyways, I thought that was funny. And then, yeah, Olga wants jewels in a car seat. All jewels in a car
all
seat.
Diamonds. And a car seat. It has to have a car seat.
Kevin's face was like, car seat? Corset?
It's a car seat.
So good. All right. I wrote at mood Oh, Austin, so fucking ugly. Again, peacock. She didn't say anything about a peacock.
Yeah.
Where's your taste level? Where?
It wasn't here in this episode. We're gonna have to go look for look, and we're gonna need like 15 minutes to talk about his look.
Yeah, we'll get there. I was gonna say. And then I liked the idea of Jay sequences.
What?
I'm trying to say sequence.
Sequins?
Cut this out.
No way.
When he put the two on top of each other, I was like, oh, that's pretty. I like it.
Yeah, I think that was what was around the bottom where it had some tan.
Yeah, I wish we'll get to it, but I wish it was like that, the whole dress. And I wrote, Nora is so excited, so monotone. Like, I like the roses. It will be pretty. And then I don't know why I wrote Morgan.
Maybe it was the point where she was yelling at Jay on the phone. Because that was an eye roll, like, oh, Morgan.
You're right.
Morgan. And he was just screaming, Morgan! Shut up!
Oh, I made this fun note. Like, Wendy made a comment about how Austin and Julie were just too over the top to collaborate together. And I was like, curious. I'm like, what would we come up with?
Something terrible. The only outfit we ever like designed, but we never made was the like hula skirt made of stuffed animals. You don't remember that? Like the big, like the loop or the it was gonna be structured. Pyramid like it was for you for Burning Man. It was going to be made out of stuffed animals. And it's the only one we never could figure out how to make it where it wouldn't be too heavy and to like so that it wouldn't like collapse on you. So we never made it.
And then I remember too being like, how would we pack this?
It'd have to be like tied to the top of your car.
No, I think we would come up with something fabulous. I really think.
That's the only time that we like were like, let's make an outfit.
I think we would do something like Austin did, but not hideous. Something totally different.
I mean, for Burning Man, that look would have worked. Do it.
Oh my God, I would have been followed. I would have been high five, picture taken everywhere.
Yeah.
It was pre-Gaga. It was pre-Gaga.
It's very close. Well, she came out in 06? I think Just Dance. Was it 06, 07?
No. Yeah, I think it was 08.
Wow, was it really? I remember that I remember seeing the video for the first time.
Yeah, I remember you
New Year's Eve.
Like, I like her video because she's like riding a whale in a pool.
Yes. I'm looking up.
Okay, you're looking it up?
Yeah, I want to know when that came out. Because, yeah, if this was if it was post-Gaga, all the judges probably would have praised Austin, although it was terrible, but we'll get to it. Yeah, you're right.
I meant like the skirt. It was the skirt idea we came up with. That was like so much better. Like Gaga wore all that weird Muppet stuff.
It was April 2008, you're right. So I
know my pop culture.
So it must have been New Year's 2009 was the first time I saw it. So I was behind.
Yeah, no, like, pop culture is like the only thing I'm good at. Thank you for introducing me to Only Didn't, because I'm still on that site.
I know other than when you send me a link saying, look at this, that is the only time I see it. No, they didn't.
No, I'm actually really excited that you sent it to me because apparently it's like really hard to get like an official account now.
What, on LiveJournal?
No. Well, you can get an account on LiveJournal easily, but like Only Didn't will not accept you anymore because I tried to get a new account with a new name because I was like, this is like super old email. I'm like, I want a new name. I want a new account. And they're like, no. I asked about it. They're like, yeah, no, they like reject everyone because they're afraid of trolls. Like, so people who have accounts are like old school.
Well, that's probably the last cool place on LiveJournal then. I don't think anything else is active on LiveJournal anymore. I don't know that I even have a account anymore over there.
I mean, I do because I randomly will comment and I'll know they didn't, but not usually because I'm not funny enough to have any.
Don't tell the people that might occasionally listen to this one day that you're not funny. You're here to be funny, Caitlin. Okay. Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn comes to talk.
We missed the part where they all went out to the bar.
Oh, Tim Gunn came to talk to them before that, but okay.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Why do I have Robert the fuckboy and then Tim Gunn underlined?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. No, like he came the second day and they went out the first night.
Oh, you know what? The note I have was from the first day before they start designing.
Yeah, no, they all go out.
He encouraged the designer like to not give the models what they want. There's a reason Morgan is a model and you're the designer. She's already labeled as a kook.
I know, I wrote that down. I'm dying to know what the producer said about her. There's so much more that we don't know.
I'm sure.
I want to tell.
They're never going to release the backstage footage.
I want to tell all. Because that's what I wrote. I'm like, what were they saying? That Tim Gunn walked up and was like, she's a kook. Dying.
Okay, yeah. So Robert slammed his head on the ground because he's into Alexandra.
He's a fuckboy. I know that guy. I met that dude 100 times in a bar. Like, I know exactly who he is.
Yeah, so he went to the hospital.
I love Kara Song. Like, I love her. She's generally like a great person.
Yeah. It was nice of her to take him to the hospital.
At 2:30 in the morning, bitch, I would be asleep. Like, sorry, dude, I gotta go to bed.
You can hold the towel on the back of your head yourself.
It'll heal. That's what I would have told him.
He had to get 2 staples in his head.
But they didn't have to shave his head. And that's all he cared about.
They didn't have to shave his head.
I'm surprised he didn't talk about it the next day. Like, oh, my head really hurt.
He was probably so drunk the night before he had forgotten it happened.
Yeah, but I mean, like the next day, his hangover and headache.
And he still had to make a dress.
No, I get they're all young, so that's how it goes when you're young. But anyways, yeah, I wrote Olga's acting like this will be her wedding dress.
Yeah, the boyfriend coming in and rearranging all the jewels on it. No, it needs more jewels.
Same with Joy and Julia. They all brought their boyfriends in. It was so awkward.
It's so weird.
Come on,
It was, what was it? The one, Joy, when she brought hers in and Wendy was like, oh, is this your fiance? The awkward silence. And she's like, this is my boyfriend. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Too, literally. All right, so yeah, the models are taking everything so literally, and it's fucking awkward. They're all like, what's the oldest one? 23?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so anyways, we're down to the runway looks.
Well, wait. I have a comment though, because that bag of roses that Nora got. I have a couple comments on this bag of roses. First of all, the dye color. I'm sending you a picture. It looks like dead flowers.
I liked the color and it coming out because
I just texted you a picture I took this morning of dead roses that was the exact same color as that dress.
But that's what I liked about it. I was gonna say it looked like dried flowers.
And Tim Gunn looks so concerned. I think Nora walked away and she didn't see it, but he just turns around and kind of glares at the flowers. He looks
when she said,
so upset by him.
He was like, it's so frosty. And he's like,
he's not happy about it. Also, did you see someone was sitting under Nora's table while she was working?
No.
I couldn't figure out who it was. There was no one there wearing the clothes. There was someone sitting under her table while it was who was it that was talking to her? I think it was when Jay was talking about sabotaging Morgan's dress, and then he says, no, if I was gonna do that, I'd put roses on it like Nora is. And if cut over to her, there's someone sitting under her table.
I have to rewatch it, but I know
it's got to be like someone in production or something. It's just like a person sitting under there.
And you're totally right. That is the same color.
It is. They're dead roses.
Is that a dead rose?
It is. They're dried up. I just haven't cut them off the bush yet.
No, but I think that color kind of saved it a little bit.
Obviously it didn't, but we'll get to that.
Obviously, but yeah.
Okay.
You write down the looks? You go first.
I don't know what order they came out in. I had them in the order they were pulled out of the bag. They came out in a different order. Yeah, you know when Heidi pulls the names out of the bag?
Buttons?
Usually when they come out in that order, and they came out in a different order today. So I have Kevin and Olga first, but that's not who went first. So
it was Wendy.
Oh yeah, it just looked like a Renaissance fair dress to me. Like she had an asymmetrical corset that it was like fantasy Renaissance. It was like the front of a book cover with like wind-blown hair.
2000 prom.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you seriously though? She was on point. That red and white wedding gown look was really 2000. Like I have a handful of people we went to high school with that got married in that almost the same dress.
Really? I mean, having a pop of color was a good idea, but I hated the asymmetrical corset was like trying too hard. It was like,
I said it looked cheap.
Yeah.
It looked cheap. It looked like a cheap, like secondhand prom dress, which is nothing wrong with having a secondhand prom dress. I'm just saying it looked like it.
That's not what you want when you're paying someone to make your wedding dress.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then Kara-san was next. Oh. Wait, no. Oh my god, I totally messed all this up.
Just choose someone and that's who we'll talk about, because we both
you talk next. Let me figure this out.
Okay, so Olga complained and she looked miserable on the runway. She came out with her diamond topped dress. The dress kind of looked wrinkled to me, but I think that was the material it was made out of.
I don't think Kevin's dress was that bad.
It wasn't bad, though Olga hated it. And
again, you're not being forced to get married. You're not. It's not your wedding
I
dress.
think if he had been in the top or bottom and they had questioned her about it, it would have hurt him badly, though.
Oh yeah,
because she was miserable.
He would have been fucked. Sorry, for some reason I confused Clara and Nora, and Nora was next. And I said, yes, my 7-year-old wedding dress dream. So tacky, very 90s.
It's a very Barbie 90s wedding dress. It's a ball gown. The roses look dead. It was bad. It wasn't the worst one out there, though. I will argue it was not the worst one out there. It was by far not the worst one.
Not the worst one. No way.
Okay, who do you want to do next?
I have Robert. I think he was ahead of his time. That drop waist with the lace top was super in 5 years later.
This was without a doubt the best design he's done so far in the season. All the dresses he's done, this is the best one, but I am not at all surprised that he, of all the designers, is the one that made a rip-off skirt for a mini dress underneath.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. It was him, yeah.
Okay, next is Kevin. Not so bad, but Olga hates it. Very meh. Another kind of prom-y dress. All right, Kara-san. Stunning.
It was the best one. I mean, it was the best one out there.
Stunning.
Like, I didn't love the chain, like the jewel chain.
Everything about it was perfect. It was perfect. You could wear that dress and 10 years later look at your wedding photos and be like, yes.
It was classic. It
was beautiful. Like, oh my God, they should have just ended the competition. Really, they should have been like, you won. Wow.
It was, I mean, obviously she won. It was far and above the best dress out there. It was leagues ahead of all the others.
She deserved to win. She deserved a hug. She deserved a prize. Gorgeous. Like, just, oh my God. It did not look, it was made in 2 days, which is like the point of it.
I mean, it was simple and elegant. And
it looked expensive too.
It looked very expensive. It was a red carpet look.
Oh my God, gorgeous. They should have hugged her. Okay, Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Did you see Heidi's face?
Yeah, she was like, bleh.
He should have just cried and went home after seeing that.
Here's the thing. I love Austin. I genuinely love Austin.
Me too.
He deserved to lose this week. He should not. Like, it was bad. Everything about that dress was bad. You know what it was? It was a Club Kid dress.
Yes, it was.
It was Chloe Sevigny and Party Monster.
Yes, but even the fit wasn't that good.
No, I mean, even
so cheap.
It was a club outfit.
You can make ugly ass fucking clothes still look expensive. I mean, there's a lot of expensive clothes that are ugly as fuck, but they still are expensive. That thing looked horrible. Horrible.
It was awful. You're right. Peacock is a good description though, because of the train.
And then I wrote Alexandra.
This is the first time you didn't love hers.
Yeah, I know. But I said I still love you.
It was just layers and layers of ruffles, and it kind of looked like she was still doing the Art Deco challenge. Like it was made in the 20s.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I definitely deserved to not be in the top or the bottom.
Yeah, it was not the worst one.
No, it wasn't the worst one, but it wasn't anything special like normally I find her outfits to be.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We haven't talked Jay yet. I thought we were done.
Who's the last one?
Jay. She can't walk. I mean, it was a shame that like she very clearly could not walk. And the whole reason they pick Morgan is because the girl can walk.
No, yeah. Yeah, I'm dying to know what happens to Morgan and Olga next episode. There's no way she gets picked. There's no way, right?
Yeah, I think they're two of the best. Like, okay, obviously Morgan did poor on the runway because she could not walk in that dress. That's not necessarily her fault. I mean, Jay should have done something. She's nuts. Yes, she is. But on the runway, Olga and Morgan are two of the best, like two of the most sought after models.
Yeah.
Even if they're a little high strung.
I know, but like it's just crazy to me because like there's so many models behind you that probably could do just as good as you. So shut up and put your dress on.
Yeah.
And be the best. Just be the best. Don't be crazy.
I mean, yeah, she's a little nuts, but okay. To Jay's look though, the dress itself, I actually like his. I think if they had put her on like a platform where the judges walked around her, he probably would have won or gotten very close. But the fact that she could barely move in it.
Yeah.
And it was obvious.
I wish he had raised it. But his was interesting. It was an interesting wedding dress. It was different, but not like.
It was very, I mean, she asked for Calvin Klein was one of the things she asked for, and it was.
Yeah, very good.
It was a late 90s Calvin Klein.
I would just say, you knew you were either on or you were in the bottom if you're in the same group with Austin.
Yeah.
Like, if your name is called next to Austin, you either won or lost.
Okay, so the top was Karasan and Jay, and bottom was Austin and Nora.
Which I'm really, I wrote a note, said Nora's out, Austin's in for the viewers. Because
literally
the producers knew that everyone loved him.
Yeah, I genuinely love Austin, but that look deserved to lose. It was so bad.
It was so bad. And I love you, Austin, and I'm excited to see you next week, but you should have been slapped. No, Nora should have gone home and he should have been slapped. And then gone.
What Michael Kors says about Austin, where he's like, you let this little girl just like run like over you. Like, there's no Austin in that dress. And Nora did the same thing. It was a Melissa dress.
Yes, both of them definitely. I think Melissa's dress, like when they said that she should have put something more modern into it or put herself in it, I think the dress wouldn't be horrible if she did like a one shoulder, made it sleek, and then did the roses a little bit, but not as much. Like, that's my take on it. Austin's was not.
There was no saving Austin.
Yeah, there's nothing to be saved about it. And that's why he should have went home.
Yeah. Nora was literally, it was Austin's audience favorite.
Yeah.
That's why they bring him back in a couple years.
I know. And I mean, even Nora's dress was better made. Like,
yeah.
Austin's looked like he put it together in 10 minutes.
It was hot glued.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Ugh. I love you, Austin, but I hope he never makes anything that ugly ever again. He probably does.
What?
I said, hopefully he never makes anything that ugly again, but he probably does because it's Austin.
Yeah, remember last week when he did that little Bo Peep look? Why didn't he do little Bo Peep this week? He might have done better.
They even made like a comment about it. They showed his design. I'm like, oh, they expect me to be like super bridal, super poofy. And then he comes up with that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Everyone, you could see our faces right now. We're very disappointed.
If anyone's listening and they actually went and watched, our faces mirror Heidi's face when Austin's dress comes out.
Yes. Oh, what? Shaking her head. Is anyone watching? No. Did we get any views last week?
No one listened.
I didn't even listen either.
No, we're doing this for ourselves, for sure.
The time and effort. But we knew that was going to happen. Like, the amount of notes I have is just like ridiculous.
Well, did you look up where Nora is now?
I didn't. I was going to ask you about that.
Okay. Nora, there's not a ton about her online. It was kind of hard to find anything.
Mm-hmm.
She is the creative director of the brands Kendall and Kylie and Authentic Lifestyle Products. She's the design director of the athletic brand Luca Lux, and she got married in 2012. She did not design her dress.
Oh. You have to make that note. Is that what
she got out on the wedding dress challenge, so I had to say that.
You bitch. Didn't make the connection until you said that. You're awful. Okay. It sounds like she's pretty successful.
She is successful. I'm not lying.
Gonna design her own wedding dress. I can't. Oh my God, I'm gonna say that from now on, and no one's gonna get it. I'm Nora, and I didn't design my own wedding dress.
Oh, I hope she never listens to this. We love you, Nora.
We do love you, Nora. You didn't deserve to go home, but you did design your own wedding dress.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna pee my pants.
Should we end this? This has been another episode of Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. You can hear us on most podcast platforms. Give us a rating. It helps people find us. You can also find us on social media at Blood Orange Wasp. Please go follow us. No one does. We'll be back next week with episode 6.